Please, not the trash. Take me along. I can be repurposed. Just give me another chance.
It takes more than one person to make a big difference, but one person can make a difference.
You're watching West Liberty University's Newsline 14.
Good afternoon, Hilltoppers. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Newsline 14. I'm Annalise Murphy.
And I'm Kaylee Carpino. In a couple minutes, we'll tell you more about about the latest production of our theater department they're working on.
But first, let's check out our top story of the afternoon. An update has been made to the university's COVID-19 guidelines. WLU will now administer COVID antigen tests to symptomatic individuals only. This decision was made based on the test instructions and guidance from the West Virginia Department of Health and Human Resources. If you are exposed to COVID-19, the CDC recommends waiting 5 days before getting tested if you do not have any symptoms. Testing before these 5 days could lead to an inaccurate test result. If you experience any COVID-19 symptoms, visit Student Health Services in Shaw Hall. Students who have been exposed to COVID or who are experiencing a fever, cough, or other respiratory symptoms should call ahead for an appointment at 304-336-8049. Contact Director of Health Services, Christy Bennington, for more information. And West Liberty University student-run news organization, the Trumpet, is going through several new changes this semester, including new leadership and a new way of sharing news with the Hilltop community. There is a new editor-in-chief and faculty advisor. Senior public relations major Brianna Hammond is serving as the editor-in-chief, and Dr. Richard Talbert is the new faculty advisor. In the past, the Trumpet created a newspaper-like layout each week, but this fall has decided to discontinue the process. In an effort to create more engagement with their audience, the Trumpet is now relying on their digital platforms such as their website and their social medias to share news in a more timely manner.
Whenever we consume our media today, when we're scrolling through our social media, even if we don't go to those actual websites, when we're looking at social media, we see a headline, we click on it, and we read the story. Very few people sit and flip through a digital layout. They actually just look at it as it appears to them on their timelines.
Now, if you're interested in seeing any of the Trumpet's work this semester, you can go to their website over at thetrumpetwlu.org. Articles will be posted there, and links to reports can be found on their social media pages, which is also linked on their website.
Did you know that October is National Dental Hygiene Month? Currently, there are 47 students and 10 MSDH students working towards earning their degrees. The Department Chair of Dental Hygiene wants to remind everyone to visit your dentist regularly to keep your oral hygiene in check. WLU's Dental Hygiene Clinic is open to the public for appointments. For more information about their services, contact 1-866-937-8542 or visit the West Liberty University's website. Geography and planning students here on the Hilltop are gaining some real-life experience this semester. They are working on urban renewal project in nearby Wellsburg, West Virginia. The goal of the project is to develop a plan for the Brook Glass site, which is owned by the Business Development Corporation of the Northern Panhandle. A $5,000 grant awarded by the Appalachian Regional Commission is funding part of the project. Goals related to the project include understanding the role and requirements of a planner when working in an urban redevelopment setting, addressing the needs of the community, and gaining skills needed to produce a comprehensive plan.
Our theater department here at West Liberty University will present a production of The Dining Room by A.R. Gurney. The Hilltop Players will perform The Dining Room October 13th through 15th at 7 p.m. and again on October 16th at 3 p.m. Now, all performances will take place at the Kelly Theater located in WLU's Fine Arts Building, and all performances are open to the public. Open tickets cost $4 per student and $8 for the general public. Interested in purchasing a ticket? Head on over to brownpapertickets.com, and for more information, contact Michael Olick email, which is mollick@westliberty.edu.
Jefferson County Sheriff's Office is searching for a missing teen. Juvenile Tristan Stewart was last seen in Smithfield, Ohio, September 29th. Stewart is roughly 5'6", 150 pounds, with dark brown hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a leather jacket and black pants with a white stripe. An unconfirmed source stated that the missing teen is trying to make his way to Massillon, Ohio. Officials have stated that Stewart is considered to be a runaway juvenile, not an abduction or mysterious disappearance. Regardless, if you think you have spotted Stewart or have any information on his whereabouts, please contact authorities at the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office.
And taking a look into Ohio this afternoon, Buckeye Local High School is continuing its search for a new superintendent this month. The search began after former Superintendent Kim Leonard resigned last December. Now, the Buckeye Local School Board is accepting applications until October 7th. The interview process will begin somewhere between October 19th and November 2nd, and a new superintendent could be named as early as November 21st. A search committee has already met 3 times since July and have not been able to confidently name a new person for the role. And coming up after the break, a look into leading headlines in our state and across the nation.
Specifically, more details on a Planned Parenthood's mobile unit they recently launched. We'll be right back.
When going outside, you put a coat on to protect yourself from the cold. When washing the dishes, you protect your hands from dry, itchy skin with gloves. So why wouldn't you use a condom when participating in sex? Stay safe and rubber up.
You're watching Newsline 14.
Welcome back to Newsline 14. Let's take a look at some top headlines across the Mountain State this afternoon. Lisa Geiger, age 58 of Charleston, West Virginia, was found dead in her home Tuesday after police were dispatched to her house for a welfare check. When the police entered the residence, they found Geiger with multiple stab wounds and a gunshot wound. They are currently treating the scene as an active homicide investigation. Now, the Charleston Chief of Detectives, Lieutenant Tony Hazzett, said they do not believe there is any alarm for those who live in the community, but is asking for the public's help in the matter. Anybody that may have any information about the case is encouraged to contact the Criminal Investigations Division of the Charleston Police Department as soon as possible. And moving on over to the West Coast, in Stockton, California, there have been several shootings that have resulted in 5 deaths. The police suspect a serial killer is at large in the community, after hearing new reports of 2 more shootings in that same area. These killings date all the way back to July of 2022. Now, police have not released how these shootings relate to one another or if the same gun was used in each murder. The Stockton Crime Stoppers and a local construction company are offering $95,000 for any information that can lead to an arrest. This is a developing story, and we will release more information as it becomes available.
Back here in the Mountain State, West Virginia State Police are investigating multiple overdoses that have occurred in the South Central Regional Jail in Charleston, West Virginia. On Monday, the state police responded to multiple reports of overdoses at the jail. When first responders arrived, 4 out of 7 inmates were given Narcan and taken to the Charleston Area Medical Center for further treatment. The 3 other inmates were taken to another unit for observation. As of today, no deaths have been reported. The investigation is still ongoing at this time. The 1965 Voting Rights Act faced its third instance of scrutiny on Tuesday when the United States Supreme Court heard a case regarding the redrawing of congressional districts in Alabama. With only one of the 7 districts likely to elect candidates voted for by minority voters, the issue lies in whether or not Alabama's congressional map can be invalidated. The lower courts have said that Alabama should redraw the map to have at least 2 districts with a majority of black voters. The Supreme Court reversed the decision of the lower court. Additionally, Chief Justice John Roberts has hinted at revisiting the 1982 amendment to the Voting Rights Act that establishes the grounds for invalidating an electoral system.
Planned Parenthood has announced the opening of their first mobile abortion clinic in the state of Illinois. Their goal is to bring abortion access to the states that border southern Illinois. The state has become a hub for abortion care since the Supreme Court's decision that overturned the landmark Roe v. Wade case this past June, the court case that established the constitutional right to an abortion in the United States. Planned Parenthood said that its goal is to reduce the hundreds of miles that people are now having to travel for access to abortion care. The mobile clinic is said to be ready for patients by the end of this year. And coming up next, it's your campus sports update.
Ian Phillips will have all the latest on Hilltopper sports right after the break.
The Paul N. Elbin Library is your destination for learning. Featuring over 200,000 items in print, audio, and video formats. Students have access to search for books of all kinds. Our state-of-the-art egg chairs give the user an immersive experience. We offer both Macs and Dells for your convenience. Please be sure to follow all signs. Our hours are Monday through Thursday 8 to 11, Fridays 8 to 4, Saturdays are closed, Sundays 5 to 11. Our friendly staff will assist in finding the right study material for you, whether it's a physical copy or on the school's database. The Paul N. Elbin Library at West Liberty University. Please call 304-336-8261.
You're watching Newsline 14.
Welcome back to Newsline 14. I'm Ian Phillips. Let's catch up on what has been happening in Hilltopper sports this week. The Hilltoppers' Alex Eastham has won the Mountain East Conference Men's Golf Individual Championship. Eastham scored an even par of 72 strokes in the final round to finish with a total score of 217 over the 3-day tournament. Eastham started with 5 pars and a birdie through the first 6 holes on the way to an opening round of 71 at 1 under par. This put him in a tie for first after the 18 holes where he stayed the rest of the tournament, wire to wire, after a 74 at 2 over par, and still put him atop the leaderboard, alone by 1 stroke going into the final round. This was Eastham's second career MEC championship, in addition to the spring 2021 season win in a playoff series. Eastham and the Toppers have one more fall match on the schedule, facing Davis and Elkins next Monday and Tuesday. And next up, the Lady Toppers took to the pitch last evening against the West Virginia State Yellow Jackets at Dickerson Stadium, where they fell 1-0. The defense fended off 16 total shots in the first half to keep the match scoreless at break. Zara Wickert made 7 saves in the opening 45 and finished with 9 to tie her season high. The Hilltoppers' second half outshot the Jackets 8-6 after not getting 1 shot in the first half. The Jackets scored their game winner in the 67th minute with a pass into the 6-yard box where the leading goal scorer of the Mountain East Conference, Francois Cupertino, hit a one-timer to the back of the net. Lady Toppers take to the pitch again this Sunday against Fairmont State with kickoff set for 3:30 following the men's game at West Family Athletic Complex. And now to the men's. On the pitch, the men's soccer team lost its first non-conference match of the season 2-0 against the Cal Vulcans from Pennsylvania. The Vulcans were on the board within the first 5 minutes from an early penalty kick goal. The Toppers kept the shot count close with 8 compared to the Vulcans' 10. However, Cal added the insurance goal in the 75th minute from a header in the 6-yard box from a lofted cross. The men's team will be back on home turf taking on the nationally ranked Davidson Elkins this Sunday with kickoff set 1 o'clock. And now, the women's golf team finished the Mountain East Conference in the 5th place tournament with a team score of plus 228. Alexis Ramby led the team with an 85 and 2 birdies in her final round to finish in 17th. Ramby's 85 was her best of the week and tied Claire Kelly's first round for the best Hilltopper score. Aaron Shockey earned a top 25 finish with an 88 with a total of 268, finishing 24th. The tournament was the last match of the fall season for the Lady Toppers. And onto the court. The Lady Toppers volleyball team traveled to Wheeling University to face the county rivals. The Lady Hilltoppers dropped the match 3-0 in a tough matchup against a regional powerhouse. Kaja Sidolowski led the offense with 13 kills, and Kirsten Bogdanovich led the team with 17 assists. This match dropped the Hilltoppers to a 12-8 record and a 2-3 conference record. Glenville State is next up and visits the ASRC Friday at 6 p.m. with Concord visiting for a Saturday morning matchup at 11 a.m. Now onto the field. The Hilltoppers dropped a game 35-14 against the Glenville State Pioneers this past Saturday. Our own TJ Griffin led the Hilltoppers offense once again with another touchdown reception, his third in the last 2 games. The Hilltoppers look forward to playing host to second-place Concord this weekend. Concord comes in with a 3-1 conference record, and the Hilltoppers hold a record of 2-2 in the conference. A victory for the Hilltoppers would help solidify their playoff chances. The kickoff is slated at noon on October 8th. And continuing with football, the AFC North, our local teams, the Pittsburgh Steelers turn to the franchise over to a new face. First-round draft pick from Pitt Panthers, Kenny Pickett is getting the nod at quarterback against Super Bowl contenders, the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. On to the next game, the Ravens and Bengals clash heads in a divisional matchup. Both teams sit at a 2-2 record, but both teams are led by star quarterbacks in Joe Icy Burrow and Lamar Jackson, the running back. Oh, no, he's quarterback. He's throwing it all over the place this season in what should be a high-scoring game. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Browns are playing host to the Los Angeles Chargers. This game could prove crucial to playoff standings as both teams are both playoff hopefuls and both sit at a 2-2 record. And finally, the record has been broken. On Tuesday, October 4th, Aaron Judge broke the AL home run record against the Texas Rangers. Aaron Judge led the game off with the boomer, marking number 62 on the year. The previous record was held by Roger Maris at 61, who was a former Yankee himself. The New York Yankees and Judge now look forward to hosting the divisional round playoff series as they await the winner of the Cleveland Guardians and Tampa Bay Rays.
So, overall, it seems like it was more of a rough time on the Hilltop this week in terms of sports.
Rough time on the Hilltop, but we look to bounce back this week. Football has a big game to keep their hopes alive in the MEC. Soccer looks to come out on Sunday and hopefully defend the Hilltop.
But, you know, Alex Eastham did amazing this week.
I was going to say, it's not too rough when you have a champion up here on the Hilltop for the men's golf team, and the girls finish 5th, and then you have a record-setting MLB, and football coming up this weekend.
Oh, so where's football playing? Home?
Home.
Nice. So make sure you head out, Hilltoppers. Thanks, Ian, and stay tuned. Kaylee will have a look at your weather forecast right after the break.
Do you need to work on projects because a deadline is right around the corner? Then get into the Fine Arts Building. The Fine Arts Building hosts a myriad of amenities such as computer, painting, printer, couch, lights, no lights, audio including this voiceover, instrumenting, table, more computers, so many computers, the theater, printmaking, creating and animating in 3D, drawing still life, chairs, broadcast operation and execution, and it's open almost all the time. Come in early, come in late. Don't come in at all if you want a bad grade. If you need stuff done, visit the Fine Arts Building. Fab is in its name.
You're watching Newsline 14.
Welcome back to Newsline 14. I'm Kaylee Carpino. Let's take a look at your campus weather. Today the skies are mostly cloudy with a high of 68 degrees and a low of a chilling 50 degrees. It is currently 66 degrees on the hilltop with wind speeds of 8 miles per hour and a 53% humidity. We'll see partly cloudy skies tonight with only a 9% chance of rain. There's a slight drop in wind at only 7 miles per hour and the humidity will rise to 77%. Now let's take a look at some national weather. Across the United States, it's nice and sunny in Los Angeles at 75 degrees. Texas is still having summer-like weather at 86 degrees. We see more sunny skies up in Kansas City area where temperatures are around 79 degrees. Miami, Florida, down here is having partly cloudy skies with a very hot 87 degrees. New York City is enjoying nice mild 70-degree weather, and back at the Ohio Valley we're starting to feel that fall weather kick in with 66 degrees temperatures. We'll be right back after the break with your 5-day forecast.
If you're a student at West Liberty University and ever run into computer troubles, take advantage of the school's IT help desk located in the basement of Main Hall, room B39. It's open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The IT help desk offers assistance and access to many services, like helping students get and download their Microsoft Suite package that they are entitled to. They also help with a variety of computer-related problems involving hardware and software. They can fix broken parts, install a new part provided you pay for it, software and application troubleshooting, and so much more. No appointment is necessary. You can just show up at the office if a person is there to help, or fill out a ticket online using the Go West Liberty page and explain the problem as well as set up an appointment if needed.
You're watching Newsline 14.
Welcome back to Newsline 14. I'm Kaylee Carpino. Let's take a look at the 5-day forecast. On Thursday, we'll see partly cloudy skies with a high of 68 and a low of 50. Friday, we'll see some cloudy skies with a high of 53 degrees and a low of 39 degrees. Moving on to this weekend, Saturday will be partly cloudy with a high of 53 and a low of 34. On Sunday, we'll have sunny skies with a high of 58 and a low of 36. Monday will be mostly sunny with a high of 60 and a low of 42. Enjoy the weather this week.
Oh my, so the next week seems to be pretty good in terms of weather. No rain, which I'm excited about. I'm not a big fan of rain, although that temperature could be a little warmer. I don't like cold. Do you guys like the cold?
Not this early.
No.
Ready for fall. Ready to have my
fall.
blue jeans
Yeah.
on. Blue jeans on, maybe a hoodie. You know, if you take your back to high school days, you're thinking Letterman with a
Oh
hoodie
yes,
and jeans.
Letterman's. Do you like flannels?
Of course.
Oh,
Hoodie
yeah.
and flannel.
Love
Rocking
flannels.
it.
All right, guys, before we go, take a look at this. A family in Illinois has went viral after well, you can't really look at it because we don't have the picture for you today, but a family in Illinois has created a Halloween display based on the hit series Stranger Things. Now, the display replicates a scene from the show and features lifelike mannequins dressed as the character Max Mayfield appearing to hover mid-air.
With more than 14 million views on TikTok, the display, initially okayed by the other people in the neighborhood, has now caused some concerns. Some people in the neighborhood are unhappy with the attention it's bringing to the block. People from all over have been stopping by the house to see the decor, and now the family is facing some concerns of having to take the display down.
I'm a huge Stranger Things fan, so I think that would be so awesome. It's a lot of work, but I think it'd be really cool to have.
I've only seen the first episode of Stranger Things, so.
Of like the first season?
First season.
Oh, you're missing out. It's a great show. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen much of it.
I 100% recommend. Great show, great plot, great characters. I love it. But that is all the time that we have for Newsline 14 this week. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back next week on Thursday at 2 p.m. with more campus and local news updates. I'm Annalise Murphy.
And I'm Kaylee Carpino.
I'm Ian Phillips. Have a great and safe weekend.